Men's basketball head coach Eric Henderson, kind enough to join us to talk about what's happening with his program. And for starters, you didn't have 3 and 4 games last week. You weren't flying all over the country. You had one road game at Montana State, and you lose that. But before we discuss that, just a chance to catch your breath as a program. How nice has it been the past 10 days?
Yeah, there's no doubt. It felt a little weird, but when you don't have games, you go find games. And then so you spend a little time on the road recruiting and trying to find future Jackrabbits. But certainly a good pace for our guys to get off their feet a little bit. Good time for our guys to get off their feet a little bit, especially with finals coming up, and they are student athletes and do care about their grades and academics. And so it was a really good time for our guys to get a little bit of time at home, that's for sure.
Montana State, that game on Thursday, a 77-70 loss, but you go beyond that, and I brought this up with you on the radio too. That felt like a conference game, and when we talk about preparing yourself for the Summit League, what a great way to do that in that environment in Bozeman.
Yeah, there's no doubt. They had a great environment, just under 5,000 people there, and a game that I know they approached with a high level of importance, and that's what I told our guys, afterwards. This is what we get. This is what you signed up for. And that's part of the beauty of why you're a Jackrabbit, is you're going to get everybody's best shot. And credit to Montana State. They played a very, very good game. And I thought our guys did show some fight, did show some resilience and perseverance, because we found ourselves in a couple tough spots, but then we also had the lead with under 4 minutes to go and had the chance to take the lead again with, under 2 minutes to go. And it was a one-possession game. I know it ended up 7, but, you try to get a stop there with, under a minute to go, and they hit a big shot, so credit to them. And then it was just kind of out of hand after that. But our guys did show some fight, and it was a great environment. And we need to keep putting ourselves in those situations, and we'll keep learning from them and get better from it.
And to that point, Nebraska and Arizona and Indiana and games like that, you've played in some hostile environments already this year, which can only make you better.
Yeah, and there's no doubt, Tyler. You want to keep putting your guys in those situations. And, we were fortunate enough at Bakersfield, another place that was a great environment, and we came out on top. And that really, really feels good. But you just got to keep putting yourself in those situations and learn from those situations. And other than the Nebraska game, we felt like we've done that, and so our young guys are learning and they're gaining experience, and certainly in tough environments. And now the outcome hasn't always been what we're hoping for, but if you can learn from them, then the outcome is really not irrelevant, but it can mean a little bit less.
Let's talk about the 2 games this week. Last road game of the non-conference slate coming up Tuesday night at Colorado State, and a program that's still trying to find its way here in 2019. You look through the numbers, you look through the schedule, and it just seems like they're a Jekyll and Hyde team.
Yeah, they've had some really, really good moments, and for credit to them, their better moments have come as of late as well. So I think they're playing better and better, and they've got some young kids as well. They got a freshman point guard that's very dynamic and plays with good pace, and so I think he's gaining experience and gaining confidence as well, like our guys. And then the big kid inside is, he's been a force in that Mountain West for a long time. Nico is a big physical kid who can really hurt you on the glass, and really good with his back to the basket and score over both shoulders. So we'll have our hands full. They're a balanced team. They have multiple guys, 7 guys that are averaging over 8 points a game, and so they're a little bit like us. That different guys can step up on different nights. So we'll have our hands full, and like we always talk about, let's put ourselves in a position again to win the game down the stretch. And if we rebound and if we can play with great urgency, I think we can do that.
That'll be Tuesday in Fort Collins. Should be a great environment there as well. Then Friday, back home at Frost Arena for a longer homestand here to round out non-conference. It'll start with Nebraska-Kearney, and a game you'll be favored in, of course, but by the same token, a game that you've got to take care of business in.
Yeah, there's no doubt. And regardless of the opponent we play, whether we're playing Arizona, we're playing Nebraska-Kearney, we're playing North Alabama, we're playing whoever, you have to have the same approach, and you have to have a level of consistency within yourself, but within what we do in preparation for a team. And so that's something that we constantly talk about, and with our younger and inexperienced team, that's progress. When you can approach games with a consistent level. That's what's really, really important, and what's going to be important as we move this team forward and continue to get better and better.